This is a video about Cocomelon that's called What is the Nightmare is Cocomelon. God, it's overrated, man. So annoying.
What's up, fellow melons? Today we need to talk about something sinister lurking in the shadows of
Semantics.
something that has
Down here.
infiltrated many households across the globe. Something that has indoctrinated this entire generation of toddlers into being sleeper agents, turning their brains inside out to the point where they will only function when they hear this oh so familiar tune. Today we're talking about Cocomelon, and we're not just going to leave it at Cocomelon bad. We're going to go a little bit deeper. We're going to dive deep into the growing phenomenon that is Cocomelon zombification. Basically how Cocomelon is affecting kids and sending them into a weird trance-like state and causing them to throw tantrums. I'm so fucking angry!
My footage of
How this merciless melon beat all other competent kids shows into submission and somehow became one of the most subscribed to YouTube channels of all time. But first, before we get into that, I'd like to thank this video's sponsor, the one and the only Raid Shadow Legends. If you
oh hell no, we're not doing this again, damn it. God, age Shadow Legends?
If this is one of the most subscribed to YouTube channels,
Then it's gotta be no. Dude, I'm gonna give you a spoiler. The most subscribed to YouTube channels are kind of ass. Except for Mr. Beast, that is. Mr. Beast is actually pretty cool. Even though I don't watch his content, he's a pretty cool guy. But I'm just gonna say, hundreds of subscribers adhere to a lot of kids. You're not gonna get that many subs if you don't adhere to kids. Sounds weird, but still, seriously. Look at a bunch of kids channels. They have hella subs.
Quality in Cocomelon is just not there. It packed its bags and left. The animation is soulless. It's so bad that it's been memed to hell, and now saying something looks like Cocomelon is regarded as one of the biggest insults you could give to animation. Like when Dream's Mask video came out, that's what a lot of people were comparing it to. It's something absolutely no one wants their work to look like. So if I was in a totally believable life or death situation, where someone had a gun to my head and said to me, listen.
Cocomelon.
If you want to live, you're gonna have to recommend this show. You're gonna have to tell people Cocomelon is the greatest thing of all time. Bow before Coco. I would rather die. I would rather literally anything else before Cocomelon. Now you could argue, well, Savannah, this show is just for toddlers. They don't have high standards. So what does it matter if it looks like garbage? It matters because the garbage is winning. It is beating out the other shows that actually put effort in. The other shows for the same age range that have actual love and care put into them do not stand a chance against Cocomelon's empire. But not only that, it seems a lot of people are really questioning the effects of chronic Cocomelon viewing on their kids' behavior. This isn't a funny post. My 2-year-old daughter had become addicted to Cocomelon, and at first I didn't think much of it. She would ask for Coco constantly and stayed glued to the TV. Initially, I allowed this because I had a baby, and having an infant attached to my
Yeah, that's a good idea. Raise your kids by letting them sit in front of a TV without, you know, oh, you might be like, oh, I'm in front of the TV. Okay. I will decide if I have had enough of enough, you know what I mean? I'm pretty good at saying, oh, I've had enough. Nice. I didn't know it was that high. I really am watching, but like, here's the thing. I know it sounds kind of stupid. I know how to moderate how much TV I got, okay? In fact, I'll be like, hey, I don't want to play this no more. I'm going to take a break. And I take a break. However, toddlers do not do this. And the problem with this is that they basically hyper-consume this stuff faster than people consume TMNT, She-Ra, and He-Man back in the 1980s, bro. They're eating that ass right the hell up because that's how hyper-consumerism works. He-Man in 1985 literally this. And now it's Coco Cocomelon is a virus, just like COVID-19. It's literally a virus. It's like Russian olive because no matter what you do, it does not die. Ah,
Hey, TV was not on all day. I mean, okay, Cocomelon is bad, but if you place your kid in front of Cocomelon for 3 hours, that is beyond bad. That is a death sentence. That is, you are sentencing your child to death. After a couple months, I recognized she was becoming increasingly agitated when Coco was not on. She would throw tantrums that would sometimes
that's
involve
addiction right there.
her fist. At this point, I reduced Coco time to only a few minutes before breakfast. My baby is 5 months old now, and about a month ago, I decided it was time to cut off Coco. It's been a whole month of zero Cocomelon in this house, and her head-hitting tantrums have stopped, but she still asks for Coco all the time. When I need to do something quick, I'll put on Hey Bear occasionally for my 9-month-old.
Hey Bear. Hey, I like Hey Bear. Okay, now I'm wondering, why do I like oh my god, I can't pause quickly. Why do I like what's it called? A child sensory channel? Actually, Hey Bear is a very good YouTube channel for my dog. My dog like to watch it's so cute. He loves it.
Recently didn't sooner. Whenever it was on, my daughter would
Hyper focus. It turns him into
the second it's on the TV,
what's it called? YouTubers are addicted. Hey, that's my cup of cake. But the thing is, you know, when you consuming and eating that content, it's insane, dog.
into a toddler zombie who doesn't see or hear anything else. What's ridiculous? And now sit back and relax because there is an answer. in each scene. I expected it to be pretty bad, but my expectations were low, but what I got was worse.
Hang it off. Stop adding me cars, asshole.
Partner to bring your vision to life. Pip meets your needs with a full. We do more to move your business forward. Pip, marketing, sign, print.
I took 3 clips from Netflix's show Arcane, 3 clips from Encanto, and 3 clips from Bluey to compare to 3 Cocomelon clips. Arcane are pretty popular right now, but I feel most viewers won't know what Bluey is, so let me just brief you on that. Bluey is a 2D animated show for younger kids
I
on
love
Disney.
2D
So it's
animations.
basically a direct competitor to Cocomelon. Arcane is for mature audiences, and Encanto is pretty much for everyone, so we have a lot of diversity going on here. So you have pretty much all age ranges there, completely different types of media, and I ranked all scenes from 1 to 12 in the following categories based on shots in the scenes. Percentage of shots over 5 seconds, percentage of shots 2 seconds and under, and the average amount of shots per minute, which is the most important category in my opinion. So let's start this off. Starting with percentage of shots over 5 seconds, we have a Bluey clip in position number 1, with 38.7% of its shots lasting over 5 seconds. Second place is We Don't Talk About Bruno, with 35% of its shots lasting over 5 seconds. And third place is another Bluey clip. I think it's important to say here that I really like the spot Bluey is in. Since it's the other show for toddlers, it's a direct competitor to Cocomelon. The other pieces of media are in here just for general animation. Slow pace, and I think that's what shows should be for developing brains.
Yes.
It shouldn't be too overwhelming. But then, all the way in
It
position
with me,
first shows up with only 4.7% of shots in that scene.
let's go. Here's the thing. No matter what situation you are to, I don't think Coco is a good idea to be putting somebody on the spectrum. I'm just saying, because when you have autistic brains function way differently. I can say that. I don't even need a science degree.
5 seconds long. That means all Cocomelon clips are beat out by all of Bluey, all of Encanto, and the majority of Arcane. AKA, Cocomelon is terrified of long shots. It is agony for them to create a shot longer than 5 seconds. And I mean, 5 seconds isn't even considered a long shot when you look at film. It's really not. It's a mid-length shot. It's completely mid. So I actually set my standards pretty low for Cocomelon, but they still couldn't surpass it. When looking through my data, the longest shot on a Cocomelon video was 6 seconds.
Jesus.
The longest shot on Arcane was 8 seconds. The longest shot on Bluey was 27 seconds. And the longest shot on Encanto was 18 seconds in We Don't Talk About Bruno. So Cocomelon also has the shortest long shot out of any of the clips in comparison. So let's go over to the other list. Percentage of shots that are extremely short, lasting 2 seconds or less. In the bottom 3 we have 2 Bluey clips, and We Don't Talk About Bruno. At spot number 9, that's when we first see the percentage of shots that are short tip into the majority at 61.3%. Right above that are 2 Cocomelon positions. So that might look slightly promising because they're not that high up on the list. I mean, sure, compared to the other toddler show, they're not doing that great right now, but they're not that high on the list yet. But this list is gonna get worse because we have yet to talk about Baby Shark. Baby Shark's stats are a menace to society. Oh my god. If civilization falls in the next 50 years, it is because of this thing. Let's go to the top 3. All the way up to 3rd place, we have is about mounting pressure.
Oh shit.
Of course,
Drift.
there's going to be a lot of action and quickness in it to match the mood. Position number 2 is a literal fight scene in Arcane with tons of extremely quick shots to capture the action. 77.8% of this scene's clips are short.
Sorry.
But Baby Shark still beat out a literal fight scene. That's right, Baby Shark has more fast-paced spots than a literal fight scene where people are trying to kill each other. Baby Shark takes number 1 spot with a whopping 95.9% of its shots being 2 seconds or under.
Jeez.
There's not a second for
That's
them
hypersensitive shit.
to process anything and just relax. So now when we look at the overall ranking for the average amount of shots per minute, which was taken by the amount of shots in the sequence divided by the amount of minutes in it, you get this list. It says a lot. CoComelon, a show for toddlers, has all of its spots in the top 6 for fast-paced, with Baby Shark again beating out a literal fight scene, and a lot of other fast-paced scenes as well. Encanto is all over the place, Arcane is leaning towards fast pacing, but what I find most interesting is that Bluey, the show for the same audience as CoComelon, is at the bottom, which I think it should be. I think any show for toddlers should not be nearly as overstimulating as CoComelon with its pacing. It should be leaning more towards Bluey. I just really think that when you're in your developing years, you shouldn't be taking in something that's incredibly mind-numbing and overstimulating. But when it comes to overstimulation, we've only talked about the shot pacing. Let's get into the other important stuff, like the way the camera moves. In most movies, the camera isn't always moving. There's usually a mix of static and moving shots, but CoComelon doesn't have this movement diversity. The vast majority of shots in CoComelon are moving, and not just moving a little bit, we're talking big movements. If you take the top 3 in this list again, Baby Shark has more movement than any of these other scenes, except for the other CoComelon media. And there's also one final part to CoComelon animation that I want to talk about because I think it's an important factor for
No, I think
never letting go. This is really bright and in your face. So what I did was I took all the comparison clips again and decided to see how they generally looked as a whole with their color palette to see which piece of media overall was brightest. I did this by taking a few pretty important frames from each clip, mashing them together in a photo, and then using Photoshop's crystallized filter to get some clear color palettes from them. And what I find we get out of this is that CoComelon again has the more overstimulating option. Its saturation and brightness is much higher than the other ones, and it's a lot for the eyes to look at. The only other sequence that can be compared with CoComelon would be Surface Pressure, but Surface Pressure is extremely understandable because, again, it's a song about mounting pressure and anxiety, and with film, you generally want the composition to match the mood you're trying to get the audience to feel, so it makes sense for a song about anxiety to be overstimulating. It does not make sense for Wheels on the Bus, Go Round and Round, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or Baby Shark to be like this. So now let's restate the question. How is this affecting toddlers? Well, based on a lot of stories from parents, they go into a trance-like state when CoComelon is on and throw temper tantrums when it's not. Basically, CoComelon overstimulates their brains so much that everything else just seems slow and boring in comparison. It's captivating kids not by the story it tells, but by how its shots are engineered. And when it's not shown in moderation, it's affecting their attention span. So the conclusion to get from this video is not only does CoComelon look like absolute trash, it's also zombifying kids. It's really a problem that it has the top spot in popularity for younger audience cartoons, because it does not have the best animation. Again, the word CoComelon has become synonymous with bad animation. The story in the content is non-existent. The characters are bad. It really has nothing going on that other shows can't beat. All it did was break down show tactics to a science and make something kids couldn't break free from. The year is 2150. The CIA has been pressured to release the Melon Dog. They come clean and admit that CoComelon was a mind control experiment to indoctrinate kids into remorseless sleeper agents ready to eliminate any target when given the chance. They turned into Coco Felons and are ready to
Coco Felons.
felonies. But yeah, the situation is looking. But tell me in the comments, what are your thoughts on this? Is it ethical?
CoComelon makes me want to stab myself, and it's so ass and it's so trash. That's
I also have social media and merch links in the description. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
the vegan teacher is ruining your cause. It is the this that ruined their cause. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. The reason that every cause looks bad is because violent actors from said cause go out and do shit that's not, not good, and reputation for their people that they're trying to, root for. And it's like they wonder.
What's up,
Yeah.
fellow lettuces? Hope you're having a great day.
Let I?
It's time to cover a topic I've been wanting to discuss now. That vegan teacher.
Jesus.
That vegan teacher describes herself as an animal rights activist.
Not a bad thing. That's a great.
The issue with her is how she attacks people and
Yeah.
also her approach to what she's trying to convey. Now, recently she's gained a lot more attention because she has been calling out a lot of public figures or influencers for eating meat or doing whatever behavior she deems unacceptable. Now, in this video, I'm not going to cover the specifics of the drama surrounding her, such as who she called out, who's been making response videos to her. If you want to find that stuff, just search her name on YouTube.
Oh, 1 billion views. So does Save Your Tears by The Weeknd. But she deserves those views.
Online persona so unlikable. Why her activism, as she calls it, is lost on nearly everyone who
Dude,
watches her content.
nobody hates Vegan Teacher because she's a vegan. Everybody hates Vegan Teacher because the way she approaches her, you know, her movement, or she preaches her movement, is toxic and demoralizing. For example, if she just posted videos like, did you know this or that, in a peaceful, unbiased manner, then that's all. And maybe she'd get more followers. She's extremely biased, and there's no problem with being biased. Like, it depends on what you're being biased against. Like what I'm saying is there's no problem with showing unbiased information. For example, let's say, you know, Group X has done fact X, and you say that, and you're not like Group X or is insert moralizing word, then that's unbiased information, and unbiased information is usually the correct information. Never mind. Oh no, I'm gonna stop before I dig myself a hole. Hey.
Why her actions have most likely been counterproductive to her cause. Take this as a lesson in how not to advocate. I'm going to be going over her most recent videos on her channel and discussing my ideas on how her approach turns many people away from listening. So sit back, relax, do whatever you want to do, and let's get into this. When that vegan teacher makes a response video to people who have called her out, from the videos that I've seen, she's started them off by deciding that the person who called her out is her student. Now, considering her name is That Vegan Teacher, the idea of someone being her student makes sense. However, she's not referring to her viewers here, the people who are eager to learn, as her students in this instance. She is referring to the person opposing her.
Boys and girls, we have a new student in our class today, and his name is Scrubby. Let's sing our opening song for him.
Oh no. No.
Why the f aren't you vegan yet? What the f is taking you so long? Instead of playing video games all day long.
Now, I think
That's repeating video games. We ever do now.
students have to obey teachers in school pretty much. They have to submit their work to their teacher. Their grades
Dictatorship.
depend on that teacher. Most watching this video understand that a teacher and a student are not on equal footing when it comes to the power they hold. So, when that vegan teacher makes a response video putting herself...
Hi there, as sound plays.
It conveys this message that she sees herself to be above the other person. It is
Oh no, not one of these people.
Lecture where she is assumed to be the right in all fields, while the other person is inexperienced and incorrect. This idea is furthered throughout the video as she keeps the student-teacher idea going on. She assigns the subject either an X or a check when she thinks they got something wrong versus getting something right.
Put some check marks if he says something good, and some X's if he says something that's bad or weird or whatever.
And these X's and checks many of the times are not...
Here's a very... Oh, how what? You know. Anyway, here's a big thing. Let's use this viewer here as an example. Let's say I want to be a troll. If I say like your mom is blank, insult blank, and he gives me a reaction, I won. I got his reaction. That's what people on the internet try to do. Thanks. I'm trying to make a Hospital X, like PlayStation X PlayStation. But anyway, that troll. They want to get a reaction out of you. They want to get a, a play out of you because they know they like to make people mad. And Vegan Teacher has fallen into this trap where every time she does try, like, she, what's it called? All you gotta do is literally insult, and she'd make a reaction on that. And then people would watch her video and see how stupid she looks. And then after she did that, they would all go sub and like to the person that she's making fun of, while they would also harass and absolutely socially obliterate the Vegan Teacher. So you see, they want a reaction. Every time you give them a reaction, they win and you lose.
Can be objectively proven true or false. They're
Trust me, as
matters that can be debated. Her stance can be disputed.
Map.
Let's dive into this cringe wasteland.
Okay, I didn't like that you said it was cringe. That's an X. Okay.
At the end of her video, she tells the
I don't think teachers really should be grading based on insults. Bro, this is funny. She's so different. She's so stupid. I don't get it. Like, I actually don't get it. She's on a mental level beyond my comprehension. I don't know what's going on. Excuse me.
that they can resubmit their oral assignment. I don't want to generalize and say that she does this in all of her videos, but I've seen it in every single response that I have personally watched.
Oh, wait, let me recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Nice.
7, 8, 9. Oh, 9. All right. Okay. Now let's listen. I think you've seen enough. You can go back and do this report again. You can do your oral presentation again.
Okay, this is cringe. It is cringe.
And let you pass the course if you do it, but it better be a good presentation.
Who cares?
The video, the person has
You're not legalized to teach me.
they made for their viewers.
Or you're not my legal teacher. You can't legally give me a grade. Only my teachers at my own school can do that. No. What is going on upstairs?
An oral assignment that was made exclusively for her. It must now satisfy her expectations. This isn't really productive to a civil debate or reaching understanding. She comes off as condescending through these actions. I know myself and many other people in this world have a hard time trying to understand and feel like we're getting anywhere in discussion with someone who places themselves so high up in power. I don't think I need a citation to say that most people would be hesitant to adopt someone's viewpoint or embrace their ideas when they seem to have stated that you are lesser than them.
Irrational.
Response videos is typed.
People actually meet, people I love, people I live with.
Why do you live with people who you meet?
My wife, Jane.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna eat dinner soon. Why is your wife eat meat? Because she can? Bruh, what you gotta ask her now? Why does your wife breathe? Why is she married to you, dude? Like, what? face! She's using all of her brain power.
She pays people to murder.
Yes, she sounds like one of those moms on Facebook that thinks that
So long as
autism can be cured with bleach.
However, that vegan teacher says
Bruh.
differently. We can also take a look at her
Ellie,
discussing Gordon Ramsay.
you're paying Levi's murder. You're legalizing murder. I have to introduce you to something. You're not gonna like it, okay? It's called the food chain, okay? It's basically animals fight for each other. And guess what? 9 out of times, humans win, and humans literally eat everything. We are omnivores. So, we are what is called a secondary consumer, which means that we consume consumers that consume producers. Have you heard? Oh, no, let me introduce. There are tetrary levels. There's 4 currently. There's producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, and tertiary consumer. We are kind of the tertiary consumer since we have an omnivorous digestive system, meaning that we can digest plant material and animal material. And because of this, we need both proteins, carbohydrates, all that fun stuff, okay? You want how we do that? We eat plants and we eat things with protein in them. Do plants have protein in them? Yes, absolutely. They do. However, you want to know what else has protein in it? Meat. Meat has way more protein than plants do. And it's tastier, okay? And it's readily available. Why would you wait, like what? A year for a crop to grow and you just go out and get meat and go eat it? You know, that sounded very wrong. Please don't take that out of context. But you get what I mean. And plus, let's not even try to be offensive here, but let's take Africa, okay? A country that is poor, okay? I don't want to be that, person. But the way people get food in Africa is to hunt, because Africa is notoriously bad for growing food because it's vastly desert. The entire place is desert. All of it is. Well, there are some places down in southern Africa, but in the most part, it's desert. So the easiest way is to hunt food. And plus, Africa is a food importer, which means that they import more food than they output. So they basically buy food instead of make their own food, which is somewhat like, how America runs. So why would you want to wait for plants to grow? Actually, here, let me paint this picture for you. Okay, imagine you're in Africa, right? Would you rather wait a year for your food to grow or go out to your backyard, kill some sort of bison, and eat it up for dinner? You're going to eat that bison because you don't want your ass to starve, and you are a smart human being. You see what I'm saying?
Find examples of her tone not really matching up with the situation she's in.
Gordon Ramsay ad in the middle of this video. This disgusting human being, this person who thinks it's okay to murder and pay for murder of animals, and he's a
Okay, let's go. Murdering animal? You mean killing them? In my opinion, murder is the term used to kill people, like when people kill people. And plus, let's go. Here's the thing. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but meat industries are billion-dollar industries. They do not care about your moral or anything. They want money. Okay, I hate to break to you, most companies, they want money. They don't care. They'll do anything. Rainbow capitalism, they got it. Immoral practices, they got it. It doesn't matter. Companies do not care about morals. They want to make things suffer. Well, maybe not necessarily want to make things suffer, but they don't care who suffers just to get their thing done.
cook ever if he can't even make all of his restaurants vegan. Disgraceful, and I'm forced.
Okay, do you know how... Okay, you have to sit down, contemplate vegan recipes, and then, they do all that type of stuff, right? Like, bruh. It's easier to keep his restaurants running as is than to make them all vegan. Listen, man, I'm not against veganism, but I'm against people that shame you for not being vegan. I have vegan friends, and they're absolutely awesome, okay? They're kind. However, they're not a-holes, and they don't, be aggressive. They're not aggressive about when they talk about veganism. They just casually talk about it. They're not saying, "Oh, if you're not a vegan, you're an asshole." Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, they're not jackasses. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Watch it. Fuck this bullshit.
Ha 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 ha! Mad, 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 mad.
And we can also take a look at how she comments on minor features in the videos she's responding to. For example, how she responds to the Hypixel Bed Wars death screen.
Today we are going to be
Why
soaking
does
in
it-
a little bit more of that vegan.
Why does it say you died on the screen?
Because he died.
Did you find a better game to play? Is there no game where people are rescuing animals?
Okay. There are, bruh, there are video games, okay? If you think of any fantasy you can find. Oh, I don't really need help, but thanks for asking. But, okay, I think it doesn't take an idiot to realize that it is more popular to go in a game to shoot people and all that stuff, like the fight, than to rescue animals, okay? It's just more like Call of Duty, right? People are gonna play Call of Duty. I'm just gonna I'm gonna pause my broadcasting because I have to go eat. Be right back. Oh my god! This is so. Oh my god, I love my life! I didn't know it'd be like. Look! Look! This is Ohio right here! Ohio! Oh, I think it's better. This is. Oh, no. Oh my god, who programmed this? Who coded that? Well, here we go. We go for the girder. This guy has like a corruption thing. This guy's game is corrupted or hacked. Calm. 5. I have to react to this video. The ball is floating. Oh my god, it's literally Ohio in a nutshell. Oh my god. Oh my god. The ball went so fast. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It sounded. I'm sorry. This is one of your times. This sounded things. This is a freaking. I'm sorry. This is the one time where I actually cried from laughing. This shit is priceless. It sounds like a Terraria. God. Oh my god, it was right. Oh. Destroying those barrier things. Oh my god. Increase the velocity of the ball. It's completely going through all the barriers.
YouTube Music Premium is an experience. This isn't a coffee, it's a trophy. Caramel chocolate cold brew, velvety chocolate cold foam, cocoa caramel crumble.
Oh my god, he's actually outside the game. What? What?
Nice throw.
Oh my god, lag. There's not even any bits there. That's just emptiness. Oh my god. We resort corruption craziness for what the hell? He's rolling upside down.
There she goes.
Oh my. Wii Sports corruption. I have to see this.
I thought you weren't coming out tonight. You know I never miss a party.
Corruption number 9.
Nice throw. Nice throw.
It's the barrier flying.
Nice throw.
That sound though, I can't. The ball bursts in.
Nice throw.
Oh
Nice throw.
my. Right. Call corrupting. Corruption.
Love 1540.
Bowling re-resorts bulging. Okay. Bowling cushion number 7.
Nice throw.
Oh my god. Bruh, this guy is actually like on track. Drugs. You resort bowling corruptions? What a clown show. Nice! 200 subs! I might release a video probably. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know. What? Oh my god, that is cancer. Dude, there's videos online and they're called Wii Sports Bowling Corruptions, and they are the funniest things ever. I swear to God. It's hilarious as hell. It's basically Wii bowling, but it's in Ohio. It's funny as hell. Hmm. In 20 January, Joe Biden becomes president. 12. May and June. Hippity hoppity. There's tornadoes and bright people in your property. So, both are welcome. For tornadoes. I want tornadoes. But can we go over open land? Can I just please have one tornado? I witnessed in my lifetime. Not a fatal one. Not a rain-wrapped monster. Just a really nice tornado. You know what I mean?
Green means go. And Bob,
Yes, Mrs. Puff?
I'd like to see you after class. 6 months from now. Finally.
Baby, oh, oh no. Oh no. Wow. Rabbit hole of just absolute hate. It's just a rabbit hole. Let's try to tornadoes are just nasty in general. I've who lives in California? Who, if you don't make over $200,000 a year and you live in California, God bless your soul, man. You're getting absolutely bombarded by stupid taxes. Hold on. Okay. Okay, right. Touch on that. Vegan teach, but let's see.
Celebrations of Christmas.
Oh my God, Instagram fact accounts. Holy crap, these guys are everywhere, bro. I swear to God, it's like they're always everywhere.
Santa hid beans in stockings. Beans were very cheap for elves to produce back then, and it was a common global belief that beans promoted good health. Did you know that King Kong was based on a true story? In 1967, Cumulus Comulus, a three-year-old gorilla, kidnapped Diane Fossey and brought her to New York. Comulus was stopped by local authorities, but didn't make it. Luckily, though, Jack Black witnessed the event and decided to transform the story into a wonderful screenplay. These were totally real, extremely real, very real facts brought to you by Savantics. Follow for more cool fun facts. I have no idea what I just did, or more so, why I did what I just did, but here we are. What's up, fellow ultimate fact checkers? We're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to be talking about Instagram fact accounts. These things have been ruining minds since they've started existing, basically. I mean, they have absolutely brain-destroying posts on there, while claiming they'll propel you into a stage of enlightenment. So I thought today we'd look at some of the posts I've encountered and have some fun. Alright, let's go through our first account of discussion today. This account makes a bold claim that the facts you find here are facts for geniuses. Facts that make you smart. And you know what? With 628,000 followers, we might as well give it a shot. Let's take a little look at our first fact here. He was watching the window. Okay, yeah,
That
let's go over this.
why would I want to know that?
Barely
Like
have
that's
any
just useless information.
facts. Instead of actually posting facts,
I'm a guy that
I
finds
have
you.
a habit of posting
I'm a
pictures.
guy that actually finds almost any piece of data useful. That's not useful. And I have very low, I have very low, like, standards when it comes to data. Because, you know, in my opinion, all data is useful. But that's just useless, bruh. There's no point of that data. No point.
Story behind it, or just posting images and captioning it whatever they want. With this picture, I have no idea what the point is here. He was watching and they closed the window.
Whoa, people close windows?
So mundane.
Guys?
I guess if this actually happened, it would be considered a fact, but it's just one of those things, like, why is it here? We don't know who this is. We don't know where this is. A lot of the facts on this account are missing information. There's no credit attributed to the people or locations involved in the posts usually. Let's go through a few examples. Someone in Bulgaria is putting googly eyes on broken street objects, and it's even better than fixing things. A man spent $40,000 buying out 2 IMAX theaters to prove his ex-girlfriend wrong. His ex-girlfriend dumped him 7 years ago because he couldn't afford 2 movie tickets for a date. When the restaurant is small, but...
Okay, $40,000? Okay, let me paint into perspective. You know, let's say a property, like an average property, 3 acres, pretty good house, you're gonna be running $50,000. Across Truck Limited, you're gonna be running $31,000 on average. What makes you think you can get a movie theater, like an IMAX theater, not like an old theater, but like a actual, like, modernized, decked out theater for 40 grand, bruh. At that point, I should just not get my car and, you know, get a theater. Because I be pulling homies with that theater. What just happened? Do you see that? What'd she lead?
Is creative. Okay, all of those lack a lot of info. They're just so vague. One, with this post, who's putting the googly eyes on stuff, and how is it factually, objectively better than fixing things? On this one, who was the guy who bought the theaters?
Yeah, who is it? Come on.
I'm not a professional fact checker, but I guess this is a true story. I was skeptical though because it seemed like a crazy thing to do and there was no super specific details on the post. And now back to the restaurant post. I couldn't find where this was. I know nothing about it other than this picture. It feels more so like a meme than a fact because it has the whole when the template going on. So far going through this account, I'm not overly impressed. I don't feel like we've ascended into becoming literal godlike geniuses yet, but I might have our key to geniushood. I might have found it. On their account, they frequently post a series of normal English versus better English. So let us all learn how to speak like intellectuals, shall we? Working for straight 10 hours made me feel very sleepy. Working for straight 10 hours made me feel lethargic. A lot of people often think this, but it's not true. It's common misconception. She is looking very attractive and fashionable in this outfit. She is dripping in this outfit. We ended our relationship a year ago. We busted up a year ago. But busted up,
Busted
okay,
up?
the word busted is commonly used relating to relationships. I don't think you ever want to say you busted with your partner. Not a great word choice. But that's just my
That's all it
preference.
says.
She is my very good friend. She is my chum. I didn't ask you to interfere in my personal matter. I didn't ask you to butt in my personal matter.
We get a great Gatsby. We don't speak proper English. Bruh. I really. I can barely even hear you.
She was crying loudly. She was bawling his eyes out. His, alright. Okay, the sentence more so evoked the image of a woman going after a man's eyes with a spoon so she could, like, scoop them. I don't know why, but that's, like, what I thought of. That's exactly what I need. This hits the spot. Don't tell this to anyone.
What the F? No, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Ready for this? Ready for this one? Hold on, ready? uh, Wii Sports bowling corruption. Dude, it's crack. You were gonna ass off. No. Search up Wii corruption. What's it called? Corruption craziness. 1. Uh. No, Wii Sports. Let's go. Digital doofus, yeah.
Lord Chargington requires less routine maintenance than most other gentlemen.
Hmm. Uh, oh yeah. Search up the find the one that says Boy Corruption Craziness 6.
That bad ball's got to be completely damaged. Now we're throwing a circle.
I know. My God, man, you gotta search it up. Number 6. Turn up, turn up. It's I think a hacked client. Okay. Yeah. I have 56 seconds. 56 seconds. This is gonna get... I told you, it's straight up a... Ohio. That's why you bring mace. Pepper spray. Ghost powder. Ghost powder her ass up. My God. I told you, it's straight up Ohio. Wow, so your parents are like, oh no. Like, that sound though. Kalahari. Kalahari. Only the best indoor water park in the world. I love that sound. Alright. $140 though. Go to 130.
Standing up after that. At least I got a platinum medal though. As usual for doing nothing. You're right.
Baseball craziness.
Watching drum solos on your phone to playing along with them in a soundproof basement.
That sound though. School rules that don't make sense.
Bro, they make no sense. And it's getting out of hand, bro. These rules are getting dumber and dumber as the years go on. You know, all of you had that rule where you had to eat lunch with the teacher, also known as lunch detention. That's what it was called at my school. Like, I don't get the point of this rule at all. There still are pros to this rule, even though you can't see the homies at lunch. Like, at least you don't have to eat at those musty cafeteria tables. There are some good sides to it, but you gotta sit there in awkward silence, and you just munch. That's it. And if you were unlucky enough, you wouldn't get it with your whole class. You would just get it by yourself. That's even worse. At least you were in it with the class. Now you're just sitting there by yourself. This is gonna be like one of the most awkward things on the planet. I ended up getting a class-wide detention. I don't even remember what the class did, but it was awkward. Okay, meeting later? 2:30. Yes. Yes, perfect. That works. Great. I will be sure to contact him and his family. Okay. Yes, alrighty-duddy-do. I will see you later. Bye-bye. I don't know if your school had this, but mine did.
Yeah.
That was awkward. Talk about extreme pointless. And you know what else was pointless? The no hats. No hats. Hood,
Oh my god.
whatever it is.
No rat.
The barber messed you up, and he up your cut like he gave you a mohawk. And you were looking like the Hog Rider. What then? A hat will not distract my learning. We're gonna be okay. Alright. Whew. And then there'd be some kids that come in with the most exotic fashion imaginable. They'd be looking like Sam Smith fresh out of that fashion show. Or maybe they pull up with a dog collar, or they got a fursuit on head to toe. They're looking like they're ready to go to a furry convention. There was this kid that dressed up as a lizard at my friend's school, looking like a whole ass sports mascot. Like, I really don't see the point to the no hats, no hood rule. Especially if there's people in whole ass fursuits walking around the school. At least let people wear hats if you're gonna let people dress up in a sweaty ass fursuit. I already know that's musty. You're wearing it for 6 hours. And the dress code in schools in general, like, some of the stuff was just whack on there. Especially for the girls, bro. They get it really strict for no reason. I didn't even understand half the stuff they were saying. Like, first day of school, they would always go over the dress code with the whole class, and the guys would just be like a couple sentences, and the girls would be like 3 paragraphs. I'm like, what the? Like, in some schools, girls can't even be showing shoulders, dog. They like all the guys are
Shoulders.
distracted by the shoulders. Like, bro, I'm not gonna fucking cream my pants over some shoulders, bro. Chill out. Well, actually, the dark, it is very distracting to our learning. Shut your stupid. Obviously, there's lines with dress code that shouldn't be crossed, but I know some of y'all have it strict at your schools with dress code, even for the people that wear uniforms. I really don't see the point of uniforms. I never went to a school with uniform, but I guarantee you gotta watch
Jesus
that shit
Christ, I
every
hate
day when you
that.
get home. Like, that's so tough, unless you get an extra shirt or something. But still, I'm gonna be doing laundry a lot if I have a school uniform. And I can't show off the immaculate drip at school. Like, I wanna feel drippy, I wanna feel like a goat.
Quiet.
Dude, I hate how my school, when we dressed for PE, we had to have these certain shirts for PE. It was stupid because, by the way, in some cases, what's called the time to dress was actually merged into your time that it takes to get down to your class. So basically, let's say if you're on the other side of the building and your sorry ass showed up there and took 2 minutes, you only had 1 minute to dress. And then all of a sudden, and then it sucks because you have to change in front of smelly ass homies that are probably staring at your ass. And you're like, what? Like, hey, let's go. I don't mind consensually if you stare at my ass, but can you please not be a pervert? Can you? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's like, homie, you ain't getting none of this ass. So how about you stare your ass right back around and go change somewhere else? So a lot of my mint marks on my pennies are these. These out of your mouth! Huh.
For us, driving around is the only way we can get our.
Dude, it's echoing. It's still echoing.
Gonna be looking like the same person with the same uniform, like that's just blah, it's bland. And you're just sucking off the life out of the drip department in the school. Then when you actually get to class, and in the morning, it's probably very easy to get hungry, especially if you don't eat breakfast. But some teachers will not let you eat or drink water. Like if you were a teacher and you don't let your students eat or drink,
I can still hear the echo.
for real. Like distraction. And everyone's on their computer in school anyway. People can choose to pay attention if they want. It's their choice, and plus, have the information.
Okay, I have to say this right now. Half the reason... Oh, God. The reason these schools are implementing these rules is because they can't keep a curriculum actually interesting to kids. It's built on a system that is outdated, just like my Helen Keller jokes, because nobody can teach someone how to be a good student anymore. We have to rely on these BS.
Well, yeah, used it. Do the dash or my car. Like, how is drinking water distracting in any way? Please tell me. If I have like 4 or 5 periods straight of this no food, no drink teacher, I'm gonna be looking like Patrick from that one episode of SpongeBob. Like, how could you deprive someone of basic human needs? You're just cruel, bro. And of course, when you get hungry, when you drink some water, you gotta use the bathroom. It happens. Why do I need to ask permission to go? I don't know, man. It's my bladder, it's my time. I should be able to just walk out of the classroom and be able to go, like how it works in college. I gotta sit there like the biggest loser and raise my hand. I go to the bathroom. Hey, kiddo. I don't know, Oh, we are.
I can still hear the echo.
And I have to take this goofy hall pass with me. What is the point of this? It's like one big germ that's being spread around. Like, you know where that thing's been. It's been in the school bathroom. The mustiest place on the planet. And my trips consisted of playing Clash Royale for 20 minutes and then coming back to class. Well, that's what it was for pass. Like, shut up with your one at a time, bro. What if some kid, like, vapes in there for, like, 30 minutes? And I'm, like, holding my piss, like, for dear life. And then she's like, oh, well, not till...
Bruh, I had this one dumbass. I don't care. This dumbass teacher, okay? I'm gonna call her Miss Bethy, okay? Miss Bethy was this sub from my class that I had recently. And she accused this one kid of doing something, even though he probably didn't do it. And so, he went apeshit and absolutely lost it on her. Verbally, just destroyed her. She almost accused me of making this mess, even though the projectile of pudding that was thrown could not have linked anywhere near me. I'm about to say, I was saying like, do not. I'm like, do not attack me. Do not accuse me of this. I will defend myself.
Like, shut up. Then he won't get back for like another 30 minutes, and yeah, he's buzzed out of his mind. He can just smell the mango pie. Hey, at least they let you go. Some teachers don't even let you go to the bathroom. Or they have these rules where, oh, you can't leave during this time during the class. Like, bro. Like, what do you want to do? The kids to piss themselves? Like, the school bathrooms already smell bad.
There's this one like in the first 15 or last 15 minutes. I don't like to go to the bathroom in passing period, not because I want to waste time, but because I do not want to be with other people. I hate being around other smelly people. It's annoying.
Sort of smell like that either. Like, I don't want to be smelling fresh old piss. Just let the kid go to the bathroom. It just boggles my mind how some teachers don't even allow kids at all to go to the bathroom. Or they say, oh,
ADT systems now feature Google products like the Nest Cam with Floodlight, with intelligent alerts when a person or...
Oh, you can't go during this time or this time. At my school, they had this 15-15 rule.
Oh my god.
Use the bathroom during the first and last 15
Oh my god.
Like, it was really dumb. And speaking of dumb school rules, this was, I think it was only a school-exclusive rule. And this one we're just gonna call the walkway rule. In this rule, you couldn't use the crosswalk that they put in place for people to cross the street. And if you did use the crosswalk, you would get detention for just crossing the... I didn't give two shits about the rule. And I've heard over time the rule has gotten worse about crossing the street when I left. They act like we're in the middle of an interstate. No, we are just in our local town. Like, we do not need to use no pedestrian bridge to get across the street. Like, it isn't that deep. I know bro was mauling every time he saw people crossing the street. And some days when we would get out of school, he'd be standing at the crosswalk. Like, bro, let people choose which one they want to go to. Like, it really isn't that deep. Never will understand that rule at all. I don't think I ever will understand it. Just like how I don't understand why some schools have exams on Saturday. The day we're supposed to have off from school, I have to go on Saturday to take some exams if you're really unlucky. You get selected as a winner to take a Saturday exam, and these exam periods are like 2 hours, but you can leave as soon as you're done. But still, I'm not trying to show up to school on a Saturday. And then some schools have their students take SATs or PSATs on Saturdays. But that right there's a 4-hour test, so good luck to any soldiers that got that. May God bless your soul. And of course, you're gonna be bored as hell. You won't be able to occupy yourself in schools. You can't even use your phone, headphones, AirPods, and sometimes teachers won't even let you use your laptop. That's when you know your class is booty cheeks, when you're crying over people looking at your laptops instead of you. Like, no one cares about your class, bro, and why can't I just quickly text my mom if there's some sort of emergency? But no, I'm gonna get my phone taken away. Like, that's so fucked. But that's matter to me. I would still use my
There's this
phone,
one
even
rule
though-
at our school right now, and you have to put some teachers in the pouch. There's only one teacher I do it for, and the reason I do it for that teacher is because I've had the teacher for many years, and we're cool. But I just stopped doing the pouch rule for the other teacher because I just... It's all like me give you a piece of valuable technology with loads of useful data and my memories. No, you don't get my tech. You're not getting it. Ain't for sale. Ain't your shit.
School drills, because they're actually useless, bro. Like
They are.
walking out in orderly fashion.
In orderly. Okay. If there's a fire that breaks out in our school, nobody is going in an orderly fashion. Everybody is going to be running out of the school like freaking zombies are taking over. I'm not joking. Like, literally. Actually, I will say, some random fire alarms have come on our school and people just walk out neutrally. Not because they know it's a fire. It's because they know that the fire alarm is complete ass. It was made in the 1970s, and it's outdated as shit.
I'm jumping out the window. I'm doing the dash. Either one. I know Degenerosity made a whole video about school drills, but still, this just had to be mentioned. Like, this has to be up there for one of the most pointless school rules. Outside on my phone. They were just small talk or something. Hey, Jim, how we doing? Johnny there. Oh, they're just a ruckus. Up all night. If you enjoyed this video, I got you. I got another video right there. Just for you to watch.
Things that happen in school
I
bathrooms.
take 5. You stay in your car because we're faster than you think.
No change is done.
I love
School bathrooms. Man,
vapist
bathrooms have to be some sort
person get someone pregnant.
The absolute strangest things are going on in them. Step foot in the bathroom, you don't know what to expect. So let's discuss
It's like
the
a
peculiar
Pandora's
activities
box.
that occur in the school bathrooms. First off, let's just address how disgusting school bathrooms are. Bro, once you open the door and step foot into the bathrooms, your nostrils are immediately...
God, my school spent like $900,000 to $100,000 on a new turf, but they cannot drop $10,000 to get us a brand ass new bathroom. Like, come on, man. Like, you making all this money? Like, they built a whole ass new bus garage, expanded a school, and built a giant ass section on it. They put new turf in within 3 years of each other. Actually, like 3 or 5 years. But you can't get the bathrooms? Come on, man. Got them stinky ass bathrooms.
stench mixed with pee, piss, and farts so that stench in the bathroom. The bathroom floors are also always disgusting.
Oh my god. And the wall CDs carved in them.
Industrial-sized garbage cans, and you're telling me dudes can't even throw their trash into it? Like, how can you miss? How's your trash even ending up on the floor, bro? Then you got the mirrors in the stalls, always having engravings of drawings with either a knife or marker. Like, whose emo ass is doing all of that? And don't get me started on the toilets, bro. Students be leaving the toilets looking foul, bro. You'd walk in a stall and you'd look at the toilet bowl and see it unflushed with piss, poop, a mountain of toilet paper, and blood. And food stains on the seat. Like, there's no way I'm using that stall, bro. I only went number 2 at school when it was an emergency. I usually always hold my poops throughout school until I got home to poop, because I knew school bathrooms were nasty, and it's just more...
Oh my god, people that put toilet paper over the sensors, that way it can't
But if
flush.
my stomach was hurting, and I felt that gut-wrenching feeling in my abdomen,
Yeah.
that's I'm using the school bathroom.
Yeah.
So literally shitting myself in the middle of class.
Yeah.
Hold that in for the rest of the
I remember once I like myself at school. Well, not my I didn't like go my britches or anything. I shit. Like, it looked like the waterfalls. That's all I'm gonna say, just to keep it concise and not disgusting. But anyway, you get the point. I wasn't having a good time. And then after that I went home because I ain't dealing with that shit, no pun intended.
One time this exact situation happened to me. So I was chilling at lunch and I really needed to poo. So I went to the bathroom and opened the stall and bam, I saw the worst sight ever imaginable. Bro, I almost puked, swear to God. I just slammed the stall shut and used another stall miles away from that one. Seeing that had me scarred for the rest of the day. I was seeing visions of the scene of the crime wherever I looked. It was bad. Bro, people need to learn how to flush, bro. Like, it's really not that hard. And even when I get to poop in a semi-clean stall, tell me why the toilet paper is always so thin.
Oh my god, I hate that.
An entire roll of toilet paper just for one wipe. Otherwise, that shit's gonna rip and... At least I had some sort of entertainment while pooping in the form of drawings of penises on the stall.
Yeah.
Drawings. Look at the penis on the stall door. And let's just mention the bathroom. Bro, when I would exit the bathroom, I would be doing anything but trying to touch that thing. You don't know what people are touching throughout the whole day. Our hands be contracting all sorts of bacteria as the day goes by. And you think I'm gonna open the bathroom doorknob, which is already located in one of the most disgusting places on earth? Oh, hell nah. So I would just either grab a bunch of toilet paper and use that as a barrier between my hand and the doorknob, or I'd use my feet to open the door, or I'd use my favorite method of all time, waiting. Now, the art of waiting takes a lot of skill and precision into it. So let me just educate you guys and bless you guys all with the methods that will help prevent you from touching that disgusting doorknob. So I would just stand there and wait. So another student comes into the bathroom, and I'd be like, yo, thanks, bro. And I'd walk right out of there. That's it. That's the whole method. Kind of an asshole move, but, you know, you gotta think smarter, not harder. Now let's discuss what the weirdos would do in the school bathrooms. So you
The
got
vapists.
menaces that would just terrorize people taking a deuce. Like, these people would be banging on the stall doors, splashing water over the stall.
Jesus Christ. Jiggle the handle. And, like, middle school, they'd always jingle the handle around. And then I saw their shoes. Like, it's you over there. It's like, it's not me. I'm like, dude, I'm not a dumbass. I saw your shoes. You had red shoes, and they had red stripes going right, and white stripes going right through them. It's you. Nobody in this house, in this room, exact same style of shoes than you. You have those shoes. And they're like, it's not me. I'm like, whatever, idiot.
Closing the lights, and doing anything to make people taking a shit feel uncomfortable. Here's an example.
Been so long since I caught someone.
So you want to play the quiet game with me, huh? Well, I'm always here. Now let me in.
When you add price drop protection, Expedia pays you back if your flight becomes...
These type of dudes would also wet up some toilet paper and roll it up into balls and throw them at the ceiling, making them stick, which is downright disgusting. Like, what if one of them falls in your head while you're trying to take a piss?
No, I don't know.
Straight up menaces, bro.
No.
And then let's just talk about the weirdos that are just straight up out of pocket. There'd be some weird dudes that just be straight up pissing all over the bathroom floors.
Bruh.
Like, at my elementary school, dudes
Dude, here's what I'm scared about. Bathroom, I take my jacket off because if you don't know how I run, I have a sweatshirt, I got a t-shirt, a hoodie over that, and then I have a sweater over that, like a jacket over that. I take my jacket off, and I hate when there's no goddamn on the inside of the stall. If you don't know, I go to the bathroom in stalls, okay? I ain't looking to have some Jeffrey Dahmer looking head ass looking at me piss while I'm just vibing up in here. Like, ain't nobody looking at that white, oh, what the, oh my god. Anyway, as I was I can't with myself. But anyway, you kind of get the point. Basically, I don't want any, that's all. And I always, I hate that.
over the floors, on the vents, and even in the station when you watch. Come on, man. That's just taking it way too far. And
Bruh. Like, it's like, man. But
your own safety, because it cannot be healthy to be breathing in all that doo-doo air for a whole hour. It's gotta take at least 5 years off your lifespan if you're doing it consistently every day. Like, just eat in the hallways or a classroom for your own safety, man. Now let's discuss the activities that occur in the school bathroom.
oh, school. Hold on, yeah. Skipping. There, ready for this?
Just park it up in there for all of you.
Dude, okay, we had this, like, thing, like, these bathroom passes, they were cheap, but the money, you could There's only a few available per hour, and half of it would be depleted because these dumbasses used to go to the bathroom and go hang out, come back. I feel bad. So she's really nice, but she gets people like to take advantage of her. It's like that's normal. You know, it's all Wyatt when 5 people at once, not like in a second from each other, go to the bathroom and arrive back seconds with each other. That's kind of odd.
Goes for the would just become, and you'd have those kids who are you know, like that school bathrooms, like these kids fights that happen. Kids would be straight up having a fight club in the bathroom with the entire
Very good news, by the way. PS5s. I went to Walmart a few days ago, and there we go. The first time I've ever seen a PS5 at a store, like a physical one. They're starting to, like, bro, PS5 spawns are starting to peak up, bro. 600? But it was a God of War edition. If I were you, order it from Sony. Probably like 550. But bro, the PS5s be spawning.
the fight happening would spread across the school like wildfire. And you would always have the kids who record the fights, but it's always recording the worst angles and like in 180p. The dudes recording the fights really need to step their game up and show up with one of these so we can get some 4K footage of the school fights. Then you got the kids who be stirring up a barbershop in the bathroom. These kids will be giving other kids some fresh cuts in the bathrooms and getting people right with the fades, or he'd be absolutely doing people dirty with the cuts. Dude was really on his entrepreneur grind set at school. Now let's talk about how TikTok absolutely made school bathrooms worse. You'd have those kids who'd be recording TikTok dances in the bathrooms. Like, come on, man. I'd rather see the group of stoners and vapors than those kids doing the TikTok dance as I walk by them to take a piss while cringing. Just ruining my day for no reason. Then you have the school thought giving free vocal lessons to everyone. And then you have the infamous TikTok trends that took over the
Devious
school
looks.
bathrooms. People were really having bathroom functions and concerts in there. Like, who would partake in such a thing? Okay, you got me.
Okay, this is... Okay, I don't promote people stealing shit, but you could steal, like, a fire alarm, which has some electrical components you could sell. You could steal, you know, maybe a shredder or a printer, you know, those are expensive. Some ink, some paper. Those are also a little bit pricey. You steal a goddamn toilet. If my son came home and he stole a toilet, I'd say, first of all, I'm reporting you to the cops. Second of all, you stole a biohazardous, quite literal piece of shit, brought into my home like a dog drags its shit. Jimmy, rethink your decisions.
I was one of the bathroom function attendees. So at my school, people were planning a bathroom function for the last day of school. And you know, a bunch of dudes pulled up to the bathroom and we were getting turned in there. But then teachers and the hall monitor found out fast and we all had to disperse and dip out of it. And the people who set it up got in trouble. Here's some footage of it.
I'm the biggest bird, I'm the biggest bird.
Then the principal made an announcement on the speakers. So it has come to our attention that there has been this thing going on in the school bathrooms called bathroom functions. Yeah, this is just unacceptable behavior, and this does not represent what being a student at our school is.
Man, shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah, functions but now let's discuss the devious lick.
Oh god, this is...
trend was just straight
Dude,
up-
I was scared because this... I actually was scared to bring my iPad to school here because I didn't want some bash to steal it. But bruh, you wanna know the worst thing that happened at my school was? This actually happened almost a year ago from today. We were doing this thing called Fun Friday, which so this Friday that's coming up is Fun Friday. I was literally in my room when the scariest shit happened. Aaron goes, we are experiencing an intruder situation. I'm like, holy shit, we're going to get shot up today. We're gonna die. And then all of a sudden, apparently, a door had effing bitch and just glitched out and caused a false alarm. Like, goddamn, that's what happened. Your damn bidding.
Pocket. People were really stealing items in the bathrooms. Like, it did not matter what it was. Toilet paper, soap dispensers, urinals, toilets. Hell, they might have even taken the entire bathroom itself. Everything was fair game.
That's easy peasy. All you gotta do is adjust. Like, that's not even a flex at that point. That's easy dubs. Anyone can. Yeah.
Liquors. Then these people would get home and record a TikTok of.
I've stolen one thing. I stole this one Gatorade bottle from this girl when I was very young, and I had the. Your mic is it's a connection issue.
Like, realistically, what are you gonna do with a broken soap dispenser and toilet, bro? This trend had the principal on his knees begging on the school announcements for people to stop. Guys, please stop this devious lick thing. We have no toilets left in the bathrooms. We have nowhere to take a dump. I took a dump in the sink. Please let this stop. Then after the school complaints, people were really trying to atone for their sins with angelic yields. And they would start donating shit to the school bathrooms. Dudes were really giving toilet paper, hand sanitizer.
The cake? Okay, okay. Like, am I supposed to be flexed on? Congratulations, you stole a thing. What's it called? That thing get pissed on a daily basis. Like, bro, you could steal cars, you could steal people's phones. Cake. Bruh, can you imagine a juvie? Yeah, I stabbed a kid in the abdomen, but hold on, got caught with devil's lettuce, you know? Damn it. What'd you get caught with? I stole, like, bro, who steals your cakes, bro? That's just a biohazard.
Thinking that's gonna atone for their wrongdoings. The damage has already been done. Then you got the people who are just straight up destroying the bathrooms and breaking toilets, mirrors, and
I was about to see.
destroying the bathrooms and breaking toilets and mirrors. Come on, man. No wonder the school bathrooms are dirty. Because of all the atrocities that kids are committing in them, making the janitors not want to clean up all that crap. Like, if I was a janitor,
dude, I did such an awesome thing. They made these guys made a mess because of part of an event we were doing, and I decided to clean up the mess for the janitor. They thanked me afterwards.
Into the bathroom and saw it like this, I'm straight up quitting on the spot, or I'm complaining to whoever runs the school for a raise, or it's on site. Bro, janitors don't get paid enough to deal with all this crap. And this concludes the listing of all the atrocities committed in the school bathrooms. Comment down what atrocities you've committed in the past. Anyways, I'm out. Hey, if you're bored, go ahead and watch this video on screen. Anyways, I'm out.
Sure. The dumbest TikTok trends that ever exist.
Stop breathing so that they would pass out.
What's it called?
Dumbest TikTok ever exists. The Benadryl challenge was a challenge.
Benadryl.
Now, why would
because apparently it would cause hallucinations. But you know what else taking a shit ton of Benadryl causes? Death. Fucking death, which is exactly what happened to a young girl who did this challenge. The Blackout Challenge, aka the Choke Game, was a challenge where people would basically make themselves stop breathing so that they would pass out unconscious.
Forced apnea. Very good idea. That's called kill. Like, bruh. Jesus Christ. School is killing our children. Poison! It's poison! Like, bitch! People be like, me watching gave it. Characters turning my kid gay. My kid. Virus! It's a virus! It's nothing less than TikTok is ass! I don't care, man.
I'm not making this up. This was a real thing. It didn't directly start on TikTok, but this trend made it more popular on the app. And surprise, surprise, 7 kids died trying to do this challenge. The Cha-Cha Slide Challenge was a challenge where people would film themselves driving to the Cha-Cha Slide.
Okay, good. So basically, reckless driving.
Basically swerve your car in that direction. And hella people would just straight up swerve right in the middle of traffic. The amount of dumbasses that got into a car accident doing this challenge is insane. The Penny Challenge was a challenge where people would put a coin on the prongs of a phone.
Challenge. It's just called killing yourself. All you need is fun. But like on a serious note, like, why does that exist? Like, what's it called? If you want to flex on me, you want to flex on me, and then you'll get that ass out here. You ain't doing anything. Like, biohazard. Oh, he's better than me. He stole something that is E. coli and other nasty infections.
As plugged into an outlet.
Yeah.
Now the point of doing this was to try and get a little shock, but in case you didn't know, that causes the outlet to fucking explode and can set your goddamn house on fire. And some kids were dumb enough to do this in their school. In March 2020, people started the coronavirus challenge where they were trying to get COVID by licking the most random shit. Doorknobs, handrails, toilet seats.
Jesus
Nothing was
Christ.
off limits for these fuckers. And yes, it worked. People got COVID from this.
Influencer reportedly hospitalized with COVID. I don't feel bad. You got me now. Man, that's it. Like, bro, can you imagine? Like, you're working hard. Like, you bust your ass every day. You're literally a nurse, and you come home, you watch TikTok, and you see that shit. I'd be depressed, honestly.
Many people things much worse than COVID. Don't lick random shit, people. The Skull Breaker Challenge was a challenge where people would jump up.
At least it kills you instantly if it went wrong.
Kick the feet underneath of the person in the middle. The point of this was to send the person falling back and hit their head. Oh, and surprise, surprise! The fucking the Skull Breaker Challenge would go wrong. The Nyquil Chicken Challenge was a challenge where people would cook raw chicken in cough syrup. Not only is this straight
Raw chicken. I work at it is a biohazard. It is a risk to human health. It's most safety. These assholes.
fuck, but it's also extremely dangerous. For one, you should not be ingesting that much cough syrup. You're not a SoundCloud rapper. And when you boil cough syrup, you release a lot of aerosol. And you know what happens when you inhale too much aerosol? You could fucking die! The Slap a Teacher challenge is, well, pretty self-explanatory.
Ah, great. Let's slap these people that are already not paid enough.
Now, TikTok tried to spread the narrative that this trend was a hoax at first, but that didn't stop a bunch of dumbasses from actually doing this. And surprise, surprise, it resulted in someone getting jail time. The DIY thing Fang challenge was a challenge where people were making their own vampire fangs for Halloween. But rather than just putting them on their teeth like normal people, they were fucking super gluing them on!
Oh my god, these people deserve to get hurt, honestly.
To their teeth for a trend. The
Yeah, I have.
challenge was a challenge where people would stand
This
in a circle,
stupidest company apology. They don't apologize.
Now you think for this challenge, people would throw really light objects so that they don't get hurt, right? No, not at all. People were throwing fucking heavy-ass objects into the air. One group did this challenge with a fucking ladder, like...
Ladder.
But you know, this challenge does seem really, really fun. If you want to get a fucking concussion, the Pee Your Pants challenge was a challenge where...
Pee Your Pants challenge.
Pee Your Pants. Now, why?
Dude, the word challenge has been like misused more than abused by this point. It's more abused than a Cosby victim at that point. There is no word that has less meaning than the word challenge. Challenge, what's it called? Penny challenge. Hey, here's a challenge. What's it called? It's bad. It's not good. Like, bruh. Jesus Christ. Remember Gene Pool? They're already stupid enough.
People doing this, I have no...
Piss my pants, it's not hard.
Challenge was a challenge where people would take their poop and then... Nah, bro, I'm skipping this one. The Fire Mirror Challenge was a challenge where people would put a flammable liquid onto a mirror and then set it on fire. And apparently doing this would make the fire create a really cool shape. Ah, yes, a trend where young children set a fire in their house. Nothing could possibly go wrong from that. No, nothing at all. The Hot Water Challenge was a challenge where people would literally pour boiling water on Yes, people literally poured boiling water on themselves. I am not making this shit up. And of course, there were kids that got severe burns because they were stupid enough to do this trend. Look, I get that they're kids and stuff, but it's boiling water. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? The Teeth Filing Challenge was a challenge where people would use a nail to shorten their teeth. And it works. Only if you know what you're doing. But most people on this app are stupid as fuck and do not know what they're doing. But most people you freeze it and then boom, you got a tasty snack. Now, there's nothing wrong with this challenge if you only ate a little bit of the honey. But so many people were just straight down chugging all of the worst diarrhea of your life, baby girl. There's a beauty trend going around for a while where people would use Gorilla Glue to apply things like eyelashes, nails,
Here's what's it called. What's it called? It's called. Yeah, Wyatt. What's it called? Yeah, you know what? It's called. I like how she says I substituted Gorilla my. Yeah, Nerf war. I can't hit anything with my target. So instead of just playing with Nerf guns, I brought in my AR-15. Yeah, like you dumbass. The molecules cook your body, and it says it's dumbass head. Don't worry, it's actually gonna make your skull thicker. Hella there's no brain matter in there. Practically star looking.
people were enough to put the shit on your skin for no reason. It's extremely strong doing simple stuff.
Yeah, you can actually put that on my you. However, he killed to just do it as is. The reason I burned the stuff in my hand is because he was in the presence of a chemistry teacher. He's a trained medicine licensed professional who's actually gone for years with college and he knows what the hell he was doing. So I got his permission, and yes, I did it. I burned some methane on my hand.
That time. And a Ziploc bag.
Okay, bleach. Bleach. But do you actually know how bleach mix bleach with Dawn, it will actually create a toxic gas that immediately will harm you, but it's not good to breathe in. Bleach also reacts with some agents, with some chemicals to peel your damn skin off. Like, bleach is evil, dude. If you mix it with other chemicals, you can get a concoction of some really evil shit.
Up to their eye.
Okay. Orifice. The reason it's toxic is because it's made to kill bacteria. Now, if you ingest it, it's not only going to kill the bad bacteria, it's going to kill all bacteria. And when it kills all bacteria, it basically kills you. Which is a bad thing. A very bad thing. Bleach is a very toxic material. On an extremely very extreme, like, take my words very carefully. In order to drink bleach carefully, for every drop of bleach, you need 10,000 drops of water. If I'm not wrong. So it's 8 drops per gallon of water to purify it. 4 to 8 drops. Drops. There are 77,000 drops in a gallon. Which means that you have to heavily dilute bleach. And even if you could dilute it, don't drink it. It's toxic. It is a chemical made to kill. And whatever on God's green earth you do, don't mix it with other chemicals unless you want to kill yourself. Bleach and ammonia can mix to form chlorine gas, a gas that was kind of used in World War II to cause bleeding in the lungs. That's not... And so unless you want to bleed out of your damn lungs, don't mix bleach. Don't ever mix those two chemicals together. Don't mix bleach with anything. Segregate bleach from all chemicals. It is a very toxic material.
Their eye color. And people genuinely believe that this worked. Now, baby girl, I hate to break it to you, but a bunch of random ass items from CVS does not change your eye color. This is an art of designing wood that uses a very high voltage tool and should only be done. There can be very bad consequences. people who tried this diarrhea challenge was a challenge where people would break and Honda.
Yeah, I agree. That's stupid. And in fact, my mom works at State Farm, right? My mom told me that State Farm actually was dropping people who used Kias because they don't want to pay for it. Like, insurance companies are dropping people because they had Kias. That's how bad this incident was getting. TikTok, like it's called, has caused more destruction and trends than anything. Like Vine, I guarantee you, add Vine, add YouTube up, add them up, don't come close to TikTok, man. It's actually degrading society. And let's go. I don't think it should be banned because it's cringy because I support free, speech, but it's actually destroying society and it needs to be removed. Like a pest. It
stealing the most random shit from the school that they could find. These kids were somehow stealing the most random and insane items. Water fountains, toilets, the pet lizard, the projector. Someone somehow stole the smart board. Even the fucking fire extinguisher. People were just stealing the most random shit. People somehow stole the school bus. It got so bad that so many schools had to lock up their stuff so that these dumbass kids wouldn't steal it. The dipping challenge was a challenge where men would dip their family jewels in a thing of soy sauce, believing that they would be able to taste it that way. And a lot of people genuinely believed that this worked. However, it doesn't, and that's for one simple reason. Your fucking balls don't have taste buds on them. It's called basic fucking anatomy. For the scalp popping challenge, people would rip out a piece of their hair to try and make a scalp popping effect, which is a pretty fucking easy way to cause bleeding or get a sore on your head. And ripping out your own hair kind of fucking hurts, so maybe don't do it. A lot of influencers were ingesting fish tank cleaner because they believed that it would reverse. Believe it had all these.
hell's the problem? It's echoing. Oh yes, let's inject this one material. It's gonna cause us problems. Oh wait, what was that? Was it called? Radioactive material would actually make them live forever and shit, and get all the hot girls, but then actually cause them cancer and job failure. Nah, that can't be true. Nah, just kidding. What? Huh. I hear myself, I hate this. I can still hear myself. Hello? I'm still need the party.
Boosting your metabolism. They got this information. Idea why people were doing this. Brain cells, salt has a called sodium. Taking in that much sodium can give you high blood pressure, which causes very certain
Death.
including fucking death. The sunburned arch draw on their body with sunscreen and then give themselves sunburn. And doing this would give them 5 Americans, by the way, so don't fucking do this. The Salt and Ice Challenge has been on the internet for a long ass time, but it's found its way to TikTok. What people do is that they put salt on their arm and then they put an ice cube on top of it, which causes it drop. Makes it really, really fucking painful. And doing this can cause some very severe burns. And there are lots of people who have had to go to the hospital for third-degree burns from this stupid challenge. I don't think a lot of people actually know just how dangerous the inhaling helium challenge is. When you inhale helium, your body displaces oxygen. You know, that thing you kind of need to live? And this can cause people to experience nausea, lightheadedness, or passing out. Oh, and fucking death! The Angel of Death challenge, people would literally jump in front of moving cars and trucks. And they did this to test if vehicles would actually... It was actually in Indonesia. And surprise, surprise, people died from this shit. There was a beauty trend going around where people would literally inhale tanning spray because they thought it would give them a tan. And while there's zero proof that this does work, there is proof that it does cause certain issues like high blood pressure, kidney problems, and skin cancer. This stuff may not be FDA approved, but it's definitely dumbass approved. For the Orbeez challenge, people would literally go around and blast random people with Orbeez like
what a bitch move.
which is already a stupid idea alone, but some people were stupid enough to make their Orbeez gun look like an actual firearm. Yeah, that's a pretty
illegal.
easy way to get yourself in jail for life. Just, why the actual fuck?
Dumbest
TikTok
TikTok
has
trends.
rapidly become one of the most used apps around the world, and of course, with its insane popularity.
How broken the algorithm is. This guy has 89 subs and he has 3.8 thousand views. I'm not mad at him and 58 comments. I'm just saying, I'm not even jealous. I'm just weird this algorithm is, bro.
It also has its fair share of silly trends that take place on the app, and that is what we are going to be talking about in today's video. For anyone who is not yet aware, an iceberg chart starts off with more well-known information at the top and trickles down into more obscure information at the bottom. The iceberg chart that I'm using in today's video was made by Joshing Official on Reddit, and I'll go ahead and leave a link to the chart down in the description. Also, I do want to mention there are going to be some not safe for work entries on the iceberg, so I'll be sure to let you know when those come out. But yeah, without further
Pull out.
This has got to be one of the worst things about school. School rules, bro. They make
School
no
buses
sense.
be like, oh yes, that's.
I'm sure so many of you watching this video have taken the bus to school. If you haven't,
I don't
consider
drive
yourself
because I'm a
lucky.
rich
I
boy.
took the bus
Not
all the
really.
way
I'm
until
broke
my
as hell.
senior year of high school, and it really was a journey, I must say. So when you take the bus, it's already a pretty L start to the day because you got to wake up way earlier than everybody else.
I had to wake up at 6:30, man.
Time, then good luck getting up in the morning. My school started at 7:15, and my bus came at 6:30. So that meant I had to get up at 6 if I wanted to even be close to catching the bus. I was not ready for the day. I would eat like a yogurt every morning, and then after that I'd have to haul ass to the bus stop, and the bus was just there waiting for me. So I would just look like an idiot walking all the way down my street. I had no choice but to run, which fucking sucked. So when I got there, after everybody just watching me awkwardly run with a big ass backpack, it was a mystery who your driver was. Ah, shit. Another day of school. Here we go. Good morning, miss. Hey, good morning, kiddo. How you doing? I'm doing fantastic. So yeah, as you know, I did not expect my bus driver to sound like a linebacker. I mean, she looked like a woman. So I was just saying good morning to be polite. And she was probably thinking to herself afterward, these kids are a bunch of assholes. I don't know. Now you're on the bus. Where do you sit? A lot of shenanigans go down in the back. So I sat like right in the middle. And of course, when you walk on the bus, that smell of an old shitty bus hits your nose. I sit down and I see a bunch of holes poked into the seat. And when I would sit down, the smell of piss would just hit my nose. I'm like, did somebody really pee in that hole? Jesus Christ. So I thought to myself, okay, let me put my earbuds in so I stay awake and I don't get hazed. I put on some like loud ass Chief Keef music to stay awake, but even that didn't help. I was still like bobbing and weaving the entire bus ride. Now most of the time my bus rides are pretty uneventful.
especially in
So
high school.
here.
But in middle school, it was impossible to fall asleep on the bus. So during middle school, I would get on the bus, and everybody's already cracked out at like 6 in the morning. Now, my bus, the kids that were chill would just sit in front, and the people that were up to some shenanigans would sit in the back. And during my ride in middle school, it was like screaming and moaning galore, bro. Like one motherfucker had a soundboard open, was just playing random meme. This shit sucks ass. Yo, did you guys see that last Naruto episode? God damn, what are y'all doing? It's like 7 in the morning.
Holy shit, dude. These guys are shut the fuck up, man.
It's like a whole circus act back there. Hey, can you get shut the fuck up back there? I'm gonna drive the bus. We're definitely gonna crash. Yeah, I would say crashing were just so much greater in middle school because the amount of shit the kids in the back of the bus would do. Sometimes whole ass fights would be breaking out. Your ride truly was going to be a mystery. Like you just didn't know what you were in for today. You just had to sign up for some crazy ass shit for the day. Ooh, yo, Tony's getting his shit rocked right now. Yo, Johnny's throwing haymakers. What the damn? This is getting crazy. What the hell? Yo, World Star, get this shit on World Star. Will you shut up? It's not going on goddamn World Star. This fight sucks ass. It's not going anywhere. Bro, that's crazy. We really have no other option.
Damn, at least we got some free entertainment for the day. That's a plus.
And of course, in this scenario, it got way too rowdy. And after this whole fight broke out, right, the bus driver would scream at the top of her lungs, "Hey, I've had enough of you kids. It's time for a silent bus, because y'all don't know how to shut the fuck up." Alright, I'm not trying to get fucked up by a linebacker today, so I'm keeping my mouth shut. Oh yeah, it went dead silent. You know, she would also threaten us with, I'll tell the principal. I'd say it was a pretty effective method to get everyone to shut up. I'm like, oh, thank God. Peaceful bus ride. So we finally arrive at the school, somehow in one piece. I get up out of my seat. My ass hurts from sitting on that uncomfortable ass seat. And my legs are burning from the seat heater at the bottom. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm off this bus. But I thought before school was worse. You know, 7 in the morning shenanigans. I thought that was really bad. But after school, everybody somehow had like 10 times more energy than they did before. So there were like 50 different buses lined up in like 3 different rows, and you had to like somehow find your bus every day in like less than 5 minutes. Usually they parked in the same spot, thank God, but sometimes they weren't parked in the same spot, or they would take a different bus for the day. So one day I get out of school and I'm looking for the bus. Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Is it in the back? No? Is it in the other 2 rows? I don't know. All the buses leave, and I'm just standing there like an idiot, watching all the buses leave. And I just start walking towards the front of the school, because I'm like, alright, I guess I'll just sit there, because I don't really know where else to sit. So I was just sitting there for like 2 hours. I was like, damn, I really had to miss the bus, huh? So I just started playing Clash Royale or some shit. And I ended up calling some friends to pass the time.
Yo, how the fuck did you miss the bus, bro?
Yeah, don't ask questions. I don't know how the hell that happened. And my mom came to pick me up and she's like, wow, you are an idiot. I'm like, I know. Hey, shit happens. What the hell are you gonna do about it? So when I would get on the bus, I was like, oh, thank God I found it. And then everybody was like turning up. There was freestyles going on back there. There was even people selling each other stuff. This is what a typical after school day on the bus looked like for me. Hey, yo, put on a beat real quick. Put on a beat. Yo, I'm about to kill this shit. You ready? You ready? Dude, I'm putting on my AirPods. What the hell is this? I'm listening to Uzi instead. Hey, wanna kill us in the trap. Hey, hey, on the beat we never cap. Hey, hey, he's going off. Holy shit. Running on this beat like a track. Hey, hey, yo, he killed that shit. What the hell? And you never know with these freestyle kids, you know? It could be like some white kid from the suburbs saying he's trapping like crazy. Now, they would just randomly scream. Like, it was so fucking loud, I couldn't even hear myself talk. Every time I wanted to actually talk to someone, I literally had to yell at them because of all the screaming and other chaos going on the bus. And honestly, at this point, the bus driver kind of gave up at getting everyone to shut up.
Yeah, I had this one asshole of a student that would always harass me. She was such a dickhead, man. I'm sorry, I have to say it, but like, she was an asshole.
And I'm like, God damn, thank God.
I'm not leaking her name because I'm out because I'm that kind. So if you know who you are, you can't tell me that. No, I exposed you because you don't know I'm talking about you.
It sucked. Like, it was so bad. We were all cramped like little sardines on this goddamn bus. They squeezed as many people as possible on the bus. Like, they said 3 to a seat. I'm like, holy shit, is that even possible? And of course, I was stuck on the end. My ass was hanging off the seat the entire ride. I was just thinking to myself, fuck, I'm definitely gonna be that one kid that falls. And now we were going to like an amusement park, so it was about like 2 hours away from the school. Now the entire bus ride, I kid you not, the entire ride, People were just singing. I'm like, God damn, bro. Thank God I at least liked the music that they were singing, or else there would have been a problem. Yeah, sure, it is really annoying when everybody and their mama's singing the song, but it was at least a song that I liked, so I was okay with it. I mean, the songs that were popular at the time were like The Race by Tay-K, I Spy with Lil Yachty. Those are just some examples to name a few. But honestly, the worst part was the leg cramps I got after the 2 hours of going. In high school, we went to the same place, and we literally got like a luxurious ass bus. We're and the school actually went on. I'm like, holy shit. Honestly, I've never seen this before. And I was like, you know what? The $100 for this field trip, damn, that was worth it. I'm not gonna lie. And even if people were doing the same songs the whole time, it was still nice. And it was the first time I ever got off a bus and my ass didn't hurt. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, well, that's 5th grade.
I
That
was
was
getting the scoop, of course. I was listening in. I absolutely had to. It was important information at the time, okay? Discovering whether Brad was cheating on Anastasia, it was so important. And school buses, all in all, I rate them a 2 out of 10. But now that luxurious-ass bus, 10 out of 10. That is unbeatable. Anyways, thank you guys for 30K. Y'all are the goats. Want another video to watch? Watch this video on screen. Anyways, I'm out. Bye.
stupid ass chat. Not the people in chat I'm talking about. It's just the chat. I was always finicky as hell. Public school cafeteria food. Oh no.
I think you're gonna like your new nose, Miss Hastings.
I hate school food. It's so goddamn nasty.
Only at a public school cafeteria will they put like ketchup on an English muffin, call it the weekly special, and then try to sell it to you as gourmet mini pizzas or something. The lunch ladies are ripping up some lunch meat and tossing it onto a couple of them. They'll be like Canadian bacon, limited quantities, and yet somehow that's still better than the burgers, you know, the ones with the buns that somehow manage to have spots that are soggy and spots that are stale on the same burger. Not even in the same bite, to be honest. But I think the worst part about the school cafeteria food isn't even the half-frozen mystery meat burgers they'll be serving up, because you already know to expect nothing special coming out of the school cafeteria. Nah, it's the fact that you got 100.
So it's not the one at my school sucks. It's not the lunch. Actually, a company called like Gordon Food Company. Like, and by the way, why do you name your stuff Gordon? You don't deserve that pride, dumbass. Your stuff is not as good to call it Gordon, bro. Like, jeez. Like, bruh, school food lunch, blame Michelle Obama for that one, dog. I hate school lunch, bruh. Last time I ate school lunch, probably at least like 5 years ago, probably within like a week of me saying this. Like, bruh, the lunch there is ass. I'm not kidding you. I took a field trip to a jail, and their food is the exact goddamn same as the stuff at food. Like, it was literally the same. I shit you not.
Raise all the other kids to the lunchroom to fight for a spot in line just so you don't end up having to spend half of your lunch period waiting.
That is a good idea. I might do that.
Frozen mystery meat burger. Or if you did get one that was fully thawed and still warm, you could flop that patty around like it was a piece of rubber. It was either that or some chicken not so tenders. I remember when I first started high school, I had high hopes for the cafeteria because it seemed to be a lot better upon first glance from what I was coming from. Because compared to my middle school, there was way more to choose from. In my middle school, they served the same thing every day of the week, so it just alternated between the same 5 meals every week. They'd switch up the roster like once every 2 years. And then I got to high school, the cafeteria actually had options. There were hamburgers, macaroni, pizza, spaghetti. I was like, oh, this here is different. But it only took like 3 times of biting into some cardboard pizza or chipping my tooth on one of the stale hamburger buns to realize it was really nothing that special. It was still garbage, just more of it. So now I can just choose between which garbage I want. So the way it worked at my school was you picked out an entree, a side dish, a drink, and then maybe a couple other random things they gave you, and that was your meal. And it really didn't matter what combination of items you picked, school lunches just always managed to look depressing, and it'd make regular food look like the most gourmet thing ever. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want to act like it was all bad, because there were still some pretty good options, but there were also a lot of bad ones, and even the good ones were hit or miss sometimes. But let me tell you about some of the items on the top of the list of the worst foods on the cafeteria's menu. Now, as for the list of entrees you could choose from, the lineup was not great. One of the choices for your entree was pizza, and anyone with good pizza at their school, I'm automatically jealous of you. Because my school was serving up that sheet of cardboard tasting pizza, you could definitely peel off the cheese in a single solid sheet and probably frisbee it across the room. Never was it hot.
My school food was ass. It's not, yeah, again, it's not the lunch late food from
Another option you could choose from was sometimes they'd sprinkle some cheese or like $3 for it. As they serve near the top of the list by either a school cafeteria or a prison. It was technically a quesadilla, but the amount of cheese they put into that thing was so little, it was so paper thin by the time they put the tortilla on both sides. You turn that thing sideways and it disappears from fresh off the steamer, maybe. Like, it'd probably provide better function if you just snapped off a piece to use as a toothpick to get the nasty bits of mystery meat burger out of your teeth. Another option they had was these bean burritos. They were actually pretty good. Whoever was in charge of wrapping to be fired ASAP, because every time, without fail, you take like one bite and the entire just unwrapping. Lunch was going to be a mess if you ordered one of those. But it wasn't all bad though. I gotta give credit where it's due. They had these chicken sandwiches and those had put a little hot sauce on there. Stringy meat on I was talking about. That's what all the people back here in this region left with after all the lukewarm sloppy Joe for lunch. You eat one of those and you'll have fog and fatigue for the rest of the day. Food's supposed to give you energy, just to feed it even further. And I know a thing or two about those because my senior year of high school, right, the class I had right before lunch was literally the single furthest class from the cafeteria on the entire campus. It was not possible to have a worse disadvantage when it came to getting a good spot in the lunch line. So I often found myself at this part of the line getting stuck with this part of the menu. Another reason the line would be stretched was for how many people had to go through it. It just wasn't set up. I remember going to one of the other high schools around my area, and I couldn't believe how much better their cafeteria was. Their place looked literally like a mall food court with like 7 different walls inside of them, like a Subway and a Pizza Hut in the cafeteria. Was their regular cafeteria actually better? I mean, it was all big. Have lines stretched out. They say have special items, limited edition items. Just don't bother taking over that. You're just gonna be disappointed. I remember one time they said cheesesteak special item. I got all hype. I was getting ready to have a bomb tasting lunch.
At Merrick, this real deboned beef goes from our kitchen to their bowls. Merrick, it's
food. Copyright! Copyright! Copyright!
And then I saw them put it on my plate. It was a hot dog bun with a scoop of
I remember once I tried the fries there and they tasted like complete ass.
days, I guess not enough people ordered the grilled chicken and they didn't sell it all. And then in the next few days, there's starting out of subsequent special items involving chicken. The cheese pizza turned to chicken pizza. The regular salad turned to chicken salad. They're cutting up the leftover, throwing it in some pot. They're like, yeah, I'll eat this chicken. They had these containers of fruit, usually like strawberries or peaches, and there was not one time. Like, you could leave it thawing on your tray the entire lunch period, and it still wouldn't be in a state you could eat it by the end. I don't know why they couldn't just take them out of the freezer a little earlier in the day. They really expected us to consume a frozen brick. And if you tried to skip over it, the lunch lady would hit you with a, "Oh, honey, you almost forgot your fruit cup." The thing with the cafeteria lunches at my school is they gave you a bag of tater tots with every single meal you ordered. And a good 70% of the time, you would not believe how stale those things were. Like, you were for sure breaking a tooth if you tried to bite into one of them. You could throw them on the ground, you'd hear a thud, and they'd take like 2 more bounces. I mean, I'm no expert in the physics of a well-cooked tater tot, but I don't think they should be doing that. And then the other 30% of the time was the complete opposite. They'd be all soggy and wet and mushy and squished together. There were 2 settings on the oven they used to cook those things, and nothing in between. And the other thing was how the temperature of any given food, it was always a toss-up. Sometimes the chicken sandwiches were hot, sometimes they were still half frozen. Sometimes the hamburger buns were stale, sometimes they were soggy, sometimes they were normal. Only at the cafeteria will the bean burritos alternate every other bite between like burning your tongue off, and then the next would somehow still be frozen. The temperature of the cafeteria food was just never quite right. The closest they would get is when it would be warm, but not the type of warm from an oven. It'd be like warm as if it had been sitting on the sidewalk in the summer for an hour. Even the cups of juice, you'd think like, it's a cup of apple juice. There is no wrong way you could serve this. And some days it would be fine, and then other days it'd just be frozen solid. No type of consistency. But about your guys' worst cafeteria food experience in the comments. I want to hear what abominations some other cafeterias are out here chefing up. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you all in the next one.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
No, new house, eh? Well, you should definitely see how...
Only at a public school cafeteria will they put like ketchup.
I'm sure so many of you watching this video have taken the bus to school. If you haven't, well, consider yourself lucky. I took the bus all the way until my senior year of high school, and it really was a journey, I must say. So when you take the bus, it's already a pretty L start to the day, because you gotta wake up way earlier than everybody else. And if your school got a doo-doo at start time...
Now, let me
High school
start this
buses
video
were
off by
insane.
saying that I wasn't one of those kids who sat in the front of the bus. Everyone who sat in the front of the bus hated the people in the back. No exception being made. Point out that me and everybody else in the back of the bus were complete assholes. Now, I wasn't as much of an asshole as the rest of the people in the back of the bus, because while I was an asshole, these guys were on a different level of asshole. I mean, we're driving down the highway and Daniel's throwing fucking soda cans at the kid got robbed for an ounce in the back of the school bus. I had just woken up and realized it was a fucking Thursday and I had to go to school. So I did what any normal freshman. And as I'm waiting, I see my buddy. Yo, dog. We just look like be a good half an ounce on the road over there. Only got 2 stop signs away at this point. So we're just pick them up, put them on the ground up, and get. Notice, I just don't think he gives a. Now, bro, stop me. Hey, bro, I got you after. What's gonna happen? Now,
I'm going to take a break for the night. Might go back.